Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the New England Patriots. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play fake. Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Where are you? I got you, Pop.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 22-yard scamper as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. They start the drive with White. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go right back to White here on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Brady complete to Dorsett. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Any weapon? 49, check 49, check 49. Alert! Right there. Alert!
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. He's going to fight, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, 60 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Here's Cousins. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag. No,
I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Edelman set to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A little jet sweep to start the drive. On to tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A gain of 6.
Hey, that's line, 80.
First down.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ozzy! He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 72.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's Sanu on the catch. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Hey, wait, what is? Right there, 54 Mike. You ain't going nowhere. Under 10. Go Bandit. Hey, Haywood.
Now he'll throw with Brady. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Hey, go 66.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And now Edelman. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Hey, team 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54, regular. Walk 54. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got Sanu. A third down gain of 19. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Hey, 66. 54. Hey, high 7.
On play action, now Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On third and long, it's Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're started through 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Brady now to throw. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run. Cook. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Vikings on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punch them deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 2nd down, it's White. Now White lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
First down, here's White. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Brady. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 54. Let's go, Yeet. Tighten up. Hey, 66.
Now a play fake. Brady. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 9, Cousins lets it fly for Treadwell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. It's complete. James White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing, Cousins. And the catch made by Johnson. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this today? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Brady looking middle, and it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Danielle Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Sherrills. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for a Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would be a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. For Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady gives this to White, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Check it back. Check it, reload.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Check it, reload!
Play action. Now it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught by Sanu.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Hey, Sue! Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Regular.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
Hey, over. 54, Check. Watch 54. Hey, Alabama.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Here's Sanu on the catch. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, 66.
They do go for it. It's Brady. He's got Sanu. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mohamed Sanu, 74 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football. But who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it. on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Smooth.
The backup Stidham, his first throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's John Simon with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Fielded at the 33. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, White. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure. Stidham hit, and he lost it. And this belongs to the Vikings.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I hope you brought your reps, and I'm about to take you to school.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Complete, it's Johnson. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He dropped it. couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Recon, 152 fighter. Switch. Hey, second.
On 2nd down now. It's White. And he loses the football the 2nd time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On the carry, it's Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Cook. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Stidham. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Haywood.
Second down, Stidham to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. And able to find Dorsett. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This from 42 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Cousins looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Right there.
Stidham again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Hey, box drop.
Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Going deep here for Edelman. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Check. Watch 54. Double dog. That's the way.
Cousins on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check three. Hey, exit. Check.
2nd and 10 now. Stidham steps away to his left. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. On third down, a run from White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Stidham to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Stidham. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Stidham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Defensive.